Hello, my name is Rick Weinzierl, and I'm with the University of Illinois. This is a brief introduction to our Beginning Farmer course, Preparing a New Generation of Illinois Fruit and Vegetable Farmers. This course is funded by the United States Department of Agriculture's National Institute for Food and Agriculture, and specifically NEFA's Beginning Farmer and Rancher Development Program. It is offered and delivered by University of Illinois Extension, with assistance from the Illinois Migrant Council. From December 2014 through November 2015, we will offer this course for the third and final time using funding from the USDA NEFA Beginning Farmer Grant. There are several reasons that explain our decision to develop and deliver this course. First, farmers in the U.S. are older on average than workers and professionals in most other jobs and careers. To keep farms operating and producing food well into the future, we as a nation need new farmers. New farmers will come from traditional farming families and communities, and also from groups and cultures that have been underrepresented in farm ownership and management in the past, including Hispanic workers, many of whom have valuable farming skills. We focused this program on fruit and vegetable production because demand for fresh, locally grown produce has grown tremendously in recent years, but fruits and vegetables represent only a small portion of all crop sales in Illinois. There is a need and opportunity for major expansion of farms that can supply this demand. We also focused this program on fruit and vegetable production because the investment in land and equipment to start a viable small produce farm is much smaller than the investment required to begin farming commodity crops at a scale sufficient to provide meaningful income. Our goals are very straightforward. We intend to provide instruction and training that will 1. Increase the overall number of new farmers producing fruits and vegetables throughout Illinois and enhance the viability, profitability, and sustainability of new and beginning enterprises. 2. Assist a specific target audience, Hispanic farm workers, in beginning viable, profitable, and sustainable small produce farms. And 3. Increase the expertise of university extension educators, high school and community college teachers, and educators in community organizations so that they too can better aid new farmers. To reach our goals, our objectives are 1. To provide classroom and hands-on instruction for 60 or more new farmers per year for 3 years so that new growers have the information base to be successful. 2. In parallel efforts each year, provide similar classroom and hands-on instruction for 30 Hispanic residents who want to become independent farmers so that they too have the knowledge to become successful. And 3. To develop human and informational resources by providing instruction and information to extension educators, allied educators, and vocational agriculture and FFA teachers so that they can better teach new farmers as well. To contribute to this objective, we are developing an online resource library of educational materials in English and Spanish. Our face-to-face classes are offered at 3 primary locations: St. Charles in the north, Urbana, and Dixon Springs in the south. These are the locations of University of Illinois research centers with ongoing fruit and vegetable research and demonstration programs and qualified staff. Similar Spanish language programs have been offered at additional locations. Our teaching locations are marked on the map at the right, and the numbers in red indicate the numbers of students from specific counties who completed the course at our primary locations in years 1 and 2. Our classes are offered free of charge to participants. Because of limited space, we cannot accept all applicants, so we do screen applications and assess the likelihood that applicants will start or continue commercial fruit and vegetable production operations. A dropout deposit is required, and I'll talk more on that later. Our classes are held 1 Saturday per month, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at each location. Students enrolled at each location are encouraged to attend at least 1 session at each of the other 2 locations. Year 3 classes are scheduled for December 2014 through November 2015. Calendars and a syllabus are available at the website listed here. As of December 2014, the dates and locations for the 2015 Spanish language programs are still under development. What do we cover in this course? A wide range of production, business planning, and marketing topics that are most important for commercial fruit and vegetable growers in Illinois. The topics listed in this slide are taken from the course syllabus, pretty much in the order we present them. The list is extensive, and yet there are many topics we do not cover. Diversified agriculture, or agroforestry, and permaculture, small-scale livestock production, herbs, specialty grains, for example, and there are more. We encourage students to participate in the many additional educational programs offered by Extension and other organizations that cover these topics that we do not. And even for the topics we do cover, it is important that students understand that the course does not provide a mastery of these subjects. We introduce important issues, deliver information on the basics of those topics, and provide direction, references, resources, and networks to use in learning more. We are unapologetically a program that relies on lots of classroom instruction. There are countless topics and details that beginners need to know, or at least be aware of, about production, marketing, and business planning. And organized indoor discussions are the most practical way for us to address many of these topics. We provide recorded lectures and references in advance of each class, and we discuss additional details and answer questions when we are together. University of Illinois faculty, research specialists, and extension educators serve as instructors, and representatives from other agencies and organizations also come to our locations to provide valuable information. For example, representatives of USDA's Natural Resources and Conservation Service, or NRCS, and the Farm Service Agency, FSA, and local Small Business Development Center staff address our classes each year. We do, however, provide lots of hands-on and eyes-on practical experience. We cover transplant production in January, and our coverage of this topic includes students seeding flats and transferring seedlings from trays to larger pots. We use the high tunnels at Dixon Springs, Urbana, and St. Charles to demonstrate production practices for vegetables, brambles, strawberries, and mushrooms. And regular observations of crops in the high tunnels are part of many Saturday afternoon sessions. In the high tunnel in the photo at the upper left, winter greens crops were growing and awaiting harvest in December of 2012. In the spring of 2014, students at the St. Charles class gained some experience reskinning the same tunnel. That means putting on new plastic. Crops in high tunnels may be grown in soil or hydroponically, as shown in the lower right photo, taken as the Dixon Springs class toured a nearby farm in southern Illinois. And our discussions cover both approaches, soil and hydroponic production, and a few modifications of each. We also use our Saturday afternoons to demonstrate equipment, pruning, irrigation, post-harvest handling, and a wide variety of additional topics at our own research farms and at growers' farms nearby. These trips also provide opportunities to see and identify insects, weeds, and plant diseases that limit production, and to discuss their prevention and control. For those who want more time to do the work of farming, the managers at our research farms are able to allow students in our classes to volunteer on our farm. Sort of a Huck Finn kind of experience. Students in our classes include some who plan to grow organically and some who plan to use synthetic inputs as needed. We stress sustainable and responsible approaches to soil fertility, integrated pest management, and overall production practices, but we do not advocate for or against organic versus conventional production. Each month we post the lectures for our discussion topics on the web well in advance of our classes. Students are to watch and listen to these presentations before they come to class, And yes, there are often 3 or 4 presentations for each date, and yes, it's still important to listen to all of them in advance. This allows us to answer questions and take on more complicated aspects of specific topics during our class discussions. We expect that students will attend our classes. We're offering these sessions to help you start and succeed at commercial vegetable and fruit production. Coming to class, engaging in discussions, and participating in the afternoon hands-on sessions are essential. We do give assignments, mostly associated with business planning, and completing them helps you to develop a viable business plan. We use an email listserv to communicate with everyone before and after classes, and that listserv allows networking among students as well. Our communications often include notifications about additional programs related to local food production and small farms, because we want to connect you to as many resources as we can that will help you in the future. A limited number of students are eligible to use incubator plots of up to 1/2 acre at our research farms to try out and improve their production skills and methods. We provide primary tillage and access to irrigation and some basic equipment, but no, not tractors. Students do all the work to manage their plots, and they may sell the produce that they grow. We will assess applications fairly critically for the incubator plots for the upcoming season, because only those who can be on site and work several hours per week can be successful at these plots. We also will require a deposit to ensure that students clean up crop residues, irrigation lines, plastic mulch, and so on. We are currently developing plans for the locations and schedules for Spanish language programs and specific programs for Hispanic workers in 2015. So please address any questions about these programs to me or to Esperanza Gonzalez or Gloria Richards, representatives of the Illinois Migrant Council. So, for those of you who have been accepted for the third-year classes and are preparing a new generation of Illinois fruit and vegetable farmers program, we have requested that everyone complete 3 forms: a farming skills self-evaluation, a personal and farm data form, and a waiver that includes a photo release. We need to receive those forms before your first class in December. And although attending our classes is free, failing to attend is not. If you have been accepted, you are using a seat in our classrooms that we were unable to give to another student, and we had to turn down dozens of applicants. So if you fail to use the opportunity that we reserved for you, we require that you contribute to local food availability in a different way. So by no later than your second class, which meets in January, we require that you submit a $300 check payable to your regional food bank, dated November 30, 2015. We will hold these checks and return them to you if you attend at least 9 of the monthly classes. If you drop out or fail to attend at least 9 classes, we will send your check to the food bank. We do understand that sometimes serious issues arise, often related to health or employment, and we do not send on your checks under such circumstances. If you are unable to write us a check, please talk with me at our first class. We do consider waiving this obligation when necessary. But do understand, we are committing to lots of effort in teaching, and we expect your commitment to the course as well. We will be providing you with lots of resources and recommendations over the next 12 months. Our program website will list links to recorded presentations and related references. The SARE calendar lists lots of educational program and grant opportunities. The Illinois Fruit and Vegetable News lists upcoming programs and provides a variety of updates on production, pest management, and marketing issues. And Extension's Local Food Systems and Small Farms Educators also maintain a website with lots of information and a calendar of events. You may want to check these out before our first class. If you have questions about this program, you can always address them to me, Rick Weinzierl, or to Mary Hosier, project manager for this program and our SARE program. Connie Eches, Esperanza Gonzalez, and Gloria Richard will be able to answer your questions about our Spanish language programs as they take shape. For each of the lectures that you view and listen to online on the topics we cover, names of one or more educators or researchers who developed the presentation will be listed, along with their contact information. If you have any trouble reaching them, remember that you can contact me or Mary Hosier, and we'll help you to reach the people who can answer your questions. I look forward to working with everyone over the next year. See you in December.